Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Costa Rica Crypto. And today I'm actually really excited to be talking to these guys. I'm talking to Baraka and Alex from DEX EOS, which is I believe it's the first to market DEX to use Scatter to make life easy. And these guys are doing some really cool things because they're giving an opportunity for every project to have a chance in the market. And it's just something that hasn't been done before. And it's using Scatter. I mean, like, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'd love to know like a little bit about your backgrounds, where you started, and just kind of like how you ended up creating this beautiful thing.
Fantastic. Would you like to go first?
Okay. Hello, I'm Alex. I'm CSO in DEX EOS. So my background is I graduated Seoul National University. My major was industrial engineering. And I worked in LG Chem, which is a huge manufacturing company, for 2 years. But I really like the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I studied a lot, and I found out there might be a good chance for business and also technical things I can do. So I decided to jump into this area. So I started like 3 months ago. And the reason why I get into EOS is, honestly, we first tried to make the app on Ethereum.
Yeah.
But as soon as we made our prototype, we realized the transaction fee, the gas, is too critical to run business. So we thought, we cannot use Ethereum, so we tried to find other platforms. So we knew the EOS has a good technical support, and also EOS has big community, a lot of holders and BPs, also block.one. So we studied a lot about EOS, and fortunately there is a Node 1. It's a Korean BP candidate.
Yep.
They work just next to the same office with us.
Perfect.
So they gave a lot of information. So yeah, that's why we jumped into EOS. So yeah.
I love it. What about you, Baraka? Where did you come from?
Yes. So my name is Baraka, and we actually graduated from the same university, different years though. And for me, I took a degree in computer science. And before working on the blockchain, I was actually doing a lot of the software that I made was on data mining stuff, so handling huge amounts of data. And I got into the blockchain actually a very long time ago. I mean, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And so I was always interested in it, but I never really had a chance to make blockchain applications until recently when I got into EOS. You know, EOS just came out and it was like, I read all about it. I thought it was like something really cool. Speed and the pricing structure, you know, how it works. You just get a CPU and RAM, and actually the smart contract supporting things like maybe multi-index tables and stuff. And I thought it was really cool. I could finally get to make something that I want. And I think it's much easier overall because I made smart contracts before in Ethereum and other chains, but EOS just felt right, you know. Yeah, so yeah, it just felt right. So that's why I got into EOS, and just trying my best to do everything I can to make maybe a lot of tools on the EOS chain, and that's pretty much it.
I don't know if you guys know it, but you guys have like a huge fan base for introducing this to the world, because like I said, first of all, you make it more accessible for people to be able to for some of the smaller projects to get onto exchanges, it's a lot easier to be able to do that. You facilitate that because we all know how hard it is to get on some of the larger exchanges, and this gives the guys a shot at being able to do their thing. And not only do you have the developers on your side, but everybody who I've talked to absolutely loves the platform. Like they love it. I mean, being able to use Scatter to sign transactions, and just it's 1, 2, 3, it's gone, it's quick, it's fast.
Yeah.
And, I know you guys did kind of an update to the user interface the other day, which I saw, and I loved it. I think it's great. You guys just have to know that there's a lot of people out there who are watching what you're doing and who are like really, really into it. And the community appreciates the effort that you guys are putting in to make this thing happen. Where did the idea come from to incorporate Scatter? Like, I mean, I'm a huge NS James fan. I'm a huge Scatter fan. But when did this strike you like this is the way to do it?
I think, the thing is, at first we thought, okay, we should make a decentralized exchange, right?
Yeah.
Then we were like, okay, if we have to make that, then you need to store your private keys and all of your information locally, and you don't have to upload that information anywhere. So we were looking for tools to make that possible. And fortunately for EOS, I think Scatter is like the only SSO available right now. Yeah. And because it's on Chrome and desktop, and we opened Scatter and tried to read the source code and see what they do, and we thought it was like really easy to use. And we thought it was just perfect for us to use, because we were just trying to get away from needing users' private information like keys, username. We think it's really unnecessary. That is one of the things that makes me hate centralized exchanges, actually. Because they need a lot of information, and authentication takes, you have to bypass maybe 3 different things just to get into the exchange, to start doing exchange, right? Yeah. It's really uncomfortable, I think. Scatter is like perfect, single sign-in and you're done.
Yeah, Scatter is already supported by EOS community. And exactly. I think there might be some new authenticate tools will come out, but I think for now Scatter is most popular, and I think the Scatter mobile will come out soon, I expect it. And yeah, that's why we use Scatter.
Everybody uses Scatter.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah. I don't know if you caught it, but I actually had the pleasure to interview that guy a little while ago. Man, the guy is, he is a very intelligent guy. He's a very cool guy. His heart's in the right place. And I think just Scatter is amazing. And I think that there will be other people who come out and try to replicate it, but I think he's first to market. I think that he's just, and man, when I talk to him, this is just a drop in the bucket of what that guy's going to do. But Scatter has been huge. And to see a decentralized exchange that worked on Scatter, I went over to it. I just opened up my Scatter, I put in my password, I clicked connect, and I was trading. And it blew my mind. It's an incredible thing. So
very convenient.
Yeah.
Everybody uses it. So it means when you come to our network, you really don't need to do anything else. You already have Scatter in your browser. So you just go in and start trading. It's really easy, I think.
It is, and like you said, there's so many KYC, you got to do this, and there's your picture off, and so many different verifications that you have to do at so many different sites. It literally shocked me when I went in, click Scatter trading. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I personally love it. What are you guys thinking? What are you seeing in the future? What are kind of some future plans coming up for what you're doing?
So yeah, but honestly, we can think about future. This EOS scene is changing so fast. So I cannot even imagine 1 week later, and 1 week before, I was really surprised that you wanted to interview us. And I don't know what's gonna happen next week or next month. So it's very hard to imagine, but I think if the things goes well and the EOS is supported by EOS community, I think we have a lot of chance to do a lot of things, such as like what we imagine is we can put DEX model inside to the apps.
Nice.
So they can run their token economy inside their apps, and also like it can be used as payment system and exchange anything. I think it's very rough idea, but I think it can happen. So
I think it will.
Have like an API later on to make it even easier for other developers to just go in and write a little bit of code and then start trading. You know, people could automate a lot of these things. They don't have to do it manually. So our main goal is actually to make it much easier for the EOS community to use the EOS blockchain. You know, I think it's really powerful. You can do a lot of things, but currently there aren't so many tools, you know, to do that. Some really simple things like staking CPU. A lot of people don't even understand what Cleos is, so they cannot really use it. So our main goal is to actually make it very, very easy for anybody to just go in and just start using the blockchain. You know. That's where we see ourselves going.
I love it. And it's actually funny that you said you didn't know why I would want to talk to you, because I always say that about everybody else. I'm like, I don't know why this guy wants to talk to me, but this is great. When I heard that you guys were going to do the interview, I was actually really, really excited. And the reason why I want to talk to you is because I love it. I believe it was first to market, and I mean, I hadn't seen anything like it that runs on EOS before. It had scatter, you know, and I was like, I don't have to put in 20,000 things in order to be able to trade. I don't have to, you know, give a blood sample and like, you know, that's an exaggeration, but it was like, I could just go in and trade, and this thing is awesome, and you're equalizing the playing field. That's why I really like you guys, because I think that you're given a chance for projects. They don't have to pay out, you know, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 to get into an exchange. They just go over, they talk to you guys make it happen, and they're listed. So some people who might not have the same resources, who who are really good devs, really good developers, you know, can come in and be able to trade and, you know, be able to make an economy for the project that they're doing. So to me, that's like one of the most inspiring things I've seen in a long time. I just want to ask you guys really quickly, have you had any difficulties along the way? What's been kind of like the hardest part of this journey?
Mainly, I think it's because, you know, the ecosystem is new, and there aren't that many tutorials online to learn a lot of what EOS can do actually. So it's really hard to find information, you know. And like making smart contracts, for example, on EOS, it's not that easy to find information, you know. The documentation is there, yes, but it's very few examples. Not a lot of people are doing it, you know. So the difficulties was just getting into the ecosystem and try to learn how everything works. Yeah, that has been a really big challenge, but I think we're getting there right now.
So too.
I think it's for developer side, and I think one thing I worry about is a lot of people has to come into EOS community, and you know, after mainnet, the interest has been decreased. I think it's because like the market situation, and also like now it's time for the real DApp has to come out so people can use it. And I think I worry about this situation, but I think there is a good hope for those EOS communities. So I don't worry about a lot.
I don't either, and here's why. Like Dan Larimer wanted to build this little community. He's like, okay, I can't do, and I've talked to like people really interested. You know, I've talked to like Luke Stokes about it. I've talked to a bunch of other people. Like, he's like, I need this. I've got so many cool ideas. Like, I need to make this stuff happen, and I can't do it with any of the software out there. So he goes ahead and he works, develops this amazing product, and then everybody gets so hyped up. But like, you build the product, and then it takes a while for developers to come in. Like, there's so many things that are about to happen. I think the market situation, it's all cyclical. You know, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And I think there's a lot of things on the horizon that are going to start to fuel adoption. I don't think the world's seen anything with the capabilities of EOS. I know they haven't in terms of transactions, in terms of the way the transaction model is. So, like, in terms of people losing interest, no, I don't see it happening, especially because I have the honor of interviewing guys like you and interviewing a lot of the dApp developers, and the kind of dApps that are coming out here, and the decentralized autonomous communities and some of the concepts. And this thing is a baby. Like, it is a little baby hatchling. It's just cracking the egg. And then, you know, I think maybe like there were some expectations that it's going to be everybody's ready to rock. Now let's just build everything. But of course, it takes time. It takes resources. And
it takes time. And I think one more thing is that, you know, right now, if you want to make a smart contract on EOS, you have to use C++, right, to compile to maybe WebAssembly. That could also be a problem to other developers, you know, because C++ is difficult.
You want to say you're good at C++?
No. C++ is difficult, you know. So, yeah, if a developer is not used to the C++ kind of languages, it's really hard to get into it, you know. Yeah. So I think that's one more thing that's putting people off. If we could have something else, maybe another language, much easier for any developer to just get into and start making these smart contracts, maybe it would make things easier. It would encourage more developers to come in.
For sure. C++ is best.
I love it. Listen, look, you guys are doing a heck of a job. I love it. I think like especially the new user interface is I already liked it. And when I saw the new user interface, it was like this, because it's the way that it's got all your totals. It's got all your totals in EOS as well. I thought that was really cool. So like, you know, it tells you like what everything is equivalent in EOS right at the top. It's got the dollars. Like, it's, in my opinion, what you guys have going on is like one of the most clear cut, nice, sleek designs. And I think that it's really, really cool. What inspires you guys to program? What inspires you guys to get up and do this every day? Where did you start? When did you decide, like, you know, have you been programming since you were a kid? Or is it just like, is it something that's been a passion of yours? Like, what keeps you guys going? What keeps you interested?
And for me, programming came as, you know, I first started as a designer, but I thought it was like too difficult. It takes a very long time to do something really simple. I started with the animation. You could make a short clip for 5 seconds, and it would take like 24 hours to render, you know. So I kind of gave up on that. And then I came to learn about programming, and I thought the power of programming is that you could automate pretty much anything.
Yeah.
You know? And automation for me was like, okay, this is it. This is what I really want to do. You know, I think just writing code and then you just automate anything that you want. The code does everything for you. The computer does everything for you. I think it's really, really powerful. And that's why I really love programming. Right? Yeah, because I just get to express what I want the computer to do, and it does. You know? I think it's really cool, personally.
Honestly, I'm not a programmer because I forget programming because of these guys. They're so good. I can read code and I can understand the structure, but I can't do like faster than these guys. So yeah, I have to find my way.
For sure. I love what you guys are doing. I think it's really, really cool. I want to ask you, how do you think Scatter is going to have an impact? Like, obviously, it has a huge impact on what you guys are doing. You think it's going to have an impact in the future of the blockchain? I know he's got some really crazy things cooking up, but what do you guys think? What do you think?
I think like authentication tools and SSO tools, it's going to be if better one comes, they can be the game changer. I think because managing private key and their account it's kind of very difficult for users, normal users, I think.
Yeah.
And you know, Scatter is already the best tool in this area, and Nathan didn't stop developing. He's developing a lot of things, even mobile loan. I think there might be no problem.
I think it can get better. I mean, currently, a lot of people have lost their cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and others, because they lost their private keys, for example. It's really hard to keep a private key because, it's really long, So in Scada, you store your keys using your password. And if they make a mobile app and they go to mobile as well, you could store your private keys everywhere. I think almost every chain is going to want to use Scada. It's really easy to have just one app controls everything else. So I think it can get better with time. I think the only thing remaining now is for them to adapt to, it's now on Chrome and Firefox. Maybe they should support more platforms. They should go to mobile as well. Just be everywhere so that everyone would use the same thing for keeping all their keys.
I agree. And the one thing that I think that he's managed to do is also, and this is, I don't want to make this about Nathan, but the one thing that I think he's really done is he's become like the name of trust. Like people trust him, they trust Scatter, and I think that's
right.
The go-to, right? There's no, that's what I like about it. So I guess I wanted to know if you guys could send a message to the EOS community, based on, I know that there's a lot of love out there for what you guys are doing, taking your time to do this and put this project together. If you could send one message out to the community, what would it be?
I think maybe this should go to the developers. Yeah, I think the developers should come in and try to make smart contracts. At first it's difficult, but once you get to learn how EOS works, I think it's really, really powerful compared to other blockchains. So my message to them is just get in, try, and then make something. Even if it doesn't matter right now, you could make something better in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say for EOS holders, not programmers, is I think voting is very important for EOS community. So there are a lot of VPs working hard to improve these communities, but they didn't get enough voting. So I think people has to find which one is trying hard to improve these EOS technical things and also community. I think people has to vote on it.
I agree. I think that's a super important point. I don't know. I appreciate you guys. I know you guys are in Korea right now. We kind of, trying to sync up our times because we're like 8 hours apart. It's been pretty interesting. I'm in Costa Rica. You guys are in Korea, but I'm really happy that you guys took the time to come and speak with me. And it's fun, right? It's just about kind of putting a face behind the name.
Amazing.
Yeah,
it's good. We love the interview.
I love it too. I think the community loves you guys. I think we support you guys. So I just want to give, before we sign off here and move on, and on behalf of the community, we want to thank you for doing what you've done. I think it's important that we make sure, I'm going to post all the links below this video, but of course people can find you at dexeos.io, right?
Yes.
And where else can they track you guys down if they want to talk to you? You guys are pretty active on Telegram. I'm always in there bugging you. So you guys are really, really approachable as well.
Yeah. On dexeos.io and on Telegram as well. We have all our members are actually in the Telegram group. So you could just find anyone in there with --dexeos, like first name, then --dexeos. They're probably working with us. So you could contact me, you could contact Alice, and we have other team members as well.
Well, just once again, guys, I won't keep you any longer. I know you guys have some stuff to do, but it's been really fun to sit down with you. Of course, we've kind of built a little personal relationship, Alex and I talking, and now Barako too. So great job doing what you guys are doing. Really good job on the updates. I think that if people are trading with EOS, they should go check out your exchange. I'm a huge fan. I will continue to be thanks for what you guys have done, and I look forward to talking to you again sometime soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And you should keep following the Axios because we have some really cool things coming up.
I believe it.
I think I'm very thankful for you to interview us. So we'll do better, and we'll work hard to improve our UI, UX, and functionals. And we have a lot of plans. So keep an eye on it.
I will do so, guys. I'll let you go so you can get back to your work. But thank you so much. I think you guys are awesome. The community loves what you're doing. And thanks for building this thing for us. And I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Okay, you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
See you.
Thank you.